Hello there, Year 4. Today we are going to continue our science studies, and last time we learned about parts of plants and which parts we could eat. Oh, do you know which part of these you can eat? Yeah, this is maize or corn, and you eat the seeds. Yeah, let's see the name. Corn or maize is also used. That comes from the Latin name of corn. They are mice. You know, mice were the people who lived in the region where they found this plant originally, when the first people from Europe went over to the New World. Okay, so corn was the first one. Then, what part of a vegetable is this? Yes, it's spinach. And which part do you eat? The flower, the fruit, or the seeds? The leaf, of course. This is the green leaf full of chlorophyll. Okay, this one is something we don't eat, but what do you call the one part you can see there in the middle? Pistil, male or female? The female part. And the little stamens full of pollen are around it. Those are the male parts. So, the stamens are all around the flower. Okay, what is the procedure? Just quickly revise with me. So, seed, embryo, seed coat, cotyledon, foliage, leaves, roots and shoots. Yeah, this is called germination. Csírázás, that's the Hungarian term. Okay. Oh, what about this one? What do you call it? It's an onion, and it's the bulb, the underground stem which we eat. And look at these. Do you know the name? Wheat. Yeah, we make bread from flour which comes from the little seeds of wheat. Let's see the name. Wheat grain. The tiny pieces of seeds are the grains. And this is what we mentioned. We make bread and other bakery products from these. Okay, now, do you know which is which? Which is wheat, corn and the rest? You can see some plants here in the pictures, but I picked another image for you where you can see their names. So please repeat them one by one. Wheat, búza. Rye, rozs. Barley, árpa. Oat, zab. Rice, rizs. And maize, kukorica. Okay? I would be happy if you could write grains in your exercise book now. You can stop the video. The title is grains. You write the date and draw a little piece of grain there, each of these, with their names in English and in Hungarian. Okay, so title grains, all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Thank you. After that, you can continue watching the video. So, where were we? Plants are important in our lives. Plants help people in many ways. They give us oxygen to breathe, food to eat, building materials, and so much more. We eat their leaves, stems, fruits, or even roots. Wheat is a very important plant. We use its grains to make bread from them. The main ingredients of bread are flour, water, salt, and yeast. Oh, let's wait here. Yeast. Yeast is élesztő in Hungarian. Yeast is basically tiny creatures in that tiny box which you buy in a shop. And this is basically a kind of fungus. Fungus means gomba. This is a microscopic, very small creature which needs sugar, and it basically eats that and produces gases during that. So your bread can become really big and nice. But how can we make bread? I would like to show you some images, which is basically the procedure. Of course, you need to mix the ingredients of bread like flour, water, some yeast, sugar, just a tiny bit of sugar, and salt, of course, as well. And you basically mix all these materials. We are going to call this mixing procedure kneading, okay? You can do the same thing with your hands as well. if you are strong enough, so you can knead this special kind of bread mixture, and it can get big. Later, if you rest it and sit it under a tea towel, so it can just rest in the warm room, and then it can get bigger and bigger. What can help you basically increase the amount of bread mixture in that bowl? Yes, yeast is that. So after this, what can we do? We need to shape our bread. We are going to call this molding. You mold the bread a bit. And we have a special baking tray, and you can just place it there into that after molding. And of course, you need to bake your bread either in the oven, or if you have a professional stove or something, then you can just make it there. There are special bread maker machines these days. And of course, after cooling, do not eat it when it's still hot. So after cooling the bread, you can just eat it. Or if you can't make your own bread, you go shopping and you buy your bread at a greengrocer, at a grocery store, or at supermarkets, or somewhere at a bakery, for instance. Now, let's read about the procedure of making bread. Open your book, please, at page 65, and please repeat the words. Dough, tészta. Ingredient, hozzávaló. Kneading, dagasztás. Loaf, kenyércipó, vekni. Mold, kenyérforma. Molding, kenyérformázás. Nowadays, manapság. Oven, sütő. Rise, megkel. Rising, kelesztés. Rozs. Stretchy, nyúlós. Whole grain, teljes kiörlésű. And yeast, élesztő. Okay, now we can read about the procedure of making some bread. Bread baking process is the title. Please have a look at this part right in the middle and read it with me. Oh, and as a nice background, I think we can choose this nice image of bread while we are reading. Ready, steady, go. Kneading. The mixer machine mixes and kneads the ingredients into stretchy dough. Molding. The divider machine divides the dough into pieces and puts them into molds. Rising. The molds have to be in a warm place so that the dough can rise. The yeast starts to feed on the sugar in the flour. While it eats the sugar, it produces a gas, carbon dioxide. The gas creates tiny bubbles in the dough, and the dough rises. Baking. Large hot ovens bake the loaves of bread for about 20 minutes. Cooling. The loaves cool down. Okay, thank you for reading it with me. So now we have the nice bread. But can you remember the whole process? Please turn to page 131 in your book and cut out the tiny drawings. These symbolize the bread baking process. And after cutting them out, please stick them right here into the boxes. And as I can see, you need to number these and put them in the right order, because probably you do not start with molding first. You know, that's shaping the bread. You need to do something else beforehand. So please put them right here, stick them there, and write the numbers next to them. After that, you can just do task 2 and 3. Don't forget to send me this page in an email to show that you completed the tasks. So page 65 is that. You can again and again practice reading the text and practice the words. Now, when you completed all these, please use your YouTube channel, write there BBC Come Outside Bread, and watch this really popular series. Hopefully I can show you how it starts. Yeah, you know this well. Okay, so BBC Come Outside Bread. Please enjoy that short video footage. It's about bread making and so much more. Then, thank you for working with me. Keep up good work, learn a lot. Bye bye.